Good afternoon. Today we're going to look at some characters. Now I want to talk about the Vegeta Family team. Now let's just go ahead and rename that. Veg Fam. Alright. Now let's talk about our fan favorite character at the moment. Majin Vegeta. Pretty sick, right? Nice. Okay then. Let's go into his abilities. Now, he is Strike Attack base. And he also has a nice 5% health back when you use that strike card right there. Alright, and after transformation he gets a pretty big, nice boost. Alright, let's go into some of his art cards. Nice attack. Cuts through people's defenses. And I love this green card. Destroys all of your enemy's cards, inflicts them with downgrade, -1 to our card draw speed. And it's also combo, which is very nice for keeping your combos up. Alright, now you can transform and you gain that 30% health. That's very nice. Most people only have 25%. Then let's go down to his unique abilities. Plus 40% damage inflicted against character Goku. That's quite a bit for just one character. And it also applies itself when this character enters the battlefield. Plus 50% damage for 20 timer counts. That's massive. 50%. You can really kill one KO someone with that. And on top of that, reduce damage received by 30%, so he's also tanking while doing massive damage outputs. Not to mention, this will 30% damage inflicted for 20 timer counts if your opponent does not have remaining character Goku. That's just a cherry on top. And that's only one of his abilities. His next ability applies the buff, nullify abnormal conditions itself when battle starts. And it's just a little something, it's just to prevent anyone who has inflict abnormal condition to your opponents. See here. And every time your opponent uses a Strike Blast special move attack while you're using this character, you get 1, the damage buff, and 2, more defense. Now that's before he transformed. Now, if we go into this transformation, it's massive buffs. So then, he gets a higher sustained damage cut. So basically, he ignores all defense. And just completely ignores it and KOs the character. And you can easily kill a character with that half health, and if you have advantage type, then you can KO at just this one card. Not to mention on top of that, blast armor while charging. Alright, and now one of the best green cards in the game right now, like the best. Basically, it has these two rows. So once you activate it, what you want to do is you'll dodge and activate this. They can't escape because they don't have enough time to do a tap hit, and if they dodge, they just go right back into it. So it's an insanely great combo starter. And on top of that, you draw a new card and restore key and boost your damage, meaning you have you can just keep your combo or start a combo and just have higher damage. Go back to his abilities. Whew, this main ability is a killer right here. 100% to damage inflicted. Now, it doesn't matter what advantage type you have, you will kill someone right away with this one. Oof. And on top of that, you have nullifies any special actions when covering change. So if someone has Bardock, Vegeta Blue, what is that guy's name? Bojack. That Bojack counter does not work against this Vegeta. Then just your usual buffs. More restores key after this character enters the battlefield, so you can basically continue a combo if you want to. And also on top of that, reduces damage. Not when you're covering changing, just reduces damage in general. So you can just go right into it. And then more damage buffs. And just cuz. Plus 30% strike damage inflicted. Just cuz. Let's see, what else does he have? And that's the usual. Just more buff every time you get hits. You get so much more damage. If someone does a full combo, that's an 80% damage inflicted. So what you want to do is let your cover change, let your opponent do a combo. That's at least a 60% damage buff right there. Try using your green card, swiping and dodging. Use your green card to start the combo, and then just completely decimate them. And If you have this activated, you don't even really need to use all your cards. Just pop this, pop your special, and it's over for them. Or for at least that character. And then that's just our first character. And then honestly, one of my favorite characters in the game right now is this Vegeta right here. One, his art looks amazing. And I love that super arc of him versus Goku Black. Oh, that's great. Okay, let's go into his abilities. Now, he's also strike-based. And he also has a nice little restore key for his blast card. That can really help out sometimes. Alright, let's go into his abilities. Deals major impact damage, nothing special there. Now this is a nice one. Restore health by 15%, that's pretty high. Most characters only do 10%. And then on top of that, it does a 20% damage inflicted for next special move or ultimate. So if you combo that, you could pretty decimate amount of damage right there. Now, God Burst Rush, what a cool name. Alright, deals massive impact damage, plus 30% ultimate damage inflicted for 3 counts upon activation. Whew, that's pretty hefty. If you activate the green card and this together, that's plus 50% damage, just to that ultimate card that already does so much. And on top of that, you basically keep your opponent from switching. So it's a guaranteed hit if you just activate it. And next, his abilities. His abilities is great because it's combo continuing, basically. So once you pop this main ability, you restore your key by 50, and you basically draw a card. You increase your card draw up to seed, but you basically just draw a card on top of your ultimate card. So this is unique because I think he's the only character that you can really pop a main ability to, one, get a new card, and then activate your ultimates, which has no switch. You know, boosts his God Key and Vegeta Family. So this is an interesting meta. He's great on God Key, and he's also a good counter to God Key, which is kind of funny. Now, let's see here. Now this is one of his best parts right here. Every time he uses Strike or Blast Art card, he gets plus 10% damage inflicted by not just him, but by his allies, and plus 15% damage inflicted. So he gets plus 10% for his whole team, and then another plus 15% damage to him. So he can train wreck someone, basically. And then if that wasn't enough, you have -3 to strike art cards. -3 to his art cards cost, basically. So you can just do these infinite combos. And if you can have a full combo, and then pop this, and you can probably do another 2 cards. You can have a massive combo that can obliterate almost anyone. And that's just one of his unique abilities. The second one, Fear of the Warrior Race, applies falling effects itself every time another battle member is hit with an enemy strike or blast card. Basically, when one of your teammates is getting hit, you shorten your substitution count by 1. Now, that might not seem like much, but let's just say if he does a full combo and goes Rising Rush. That means basically you have your substitution count shortened by 4 right there. That's pretty decent. That's almost in half right there. And it just makes you move faster, you know? You can keep on moving in and out. Swap your characters is very important. And he has a cover change of 40%. That's quite a bit. Just for being such a strong around character, he also has a strong cover change. So, you basically get to cover him more and have a big damage sustained buff. And let's see here, what else? Attribute upgrade, minus 30% damage cuts. So just on top of being an amazing tank right there, he also cuts people's defense. Alright, now let's talk about our third and final main character, this Vegeta right here. Okay, this is a new guy. He's the same one, but just a new character. So one, his art looks amazing. There's that little thing you do right there. Not only have 2 stars, but that's enough. So now he's blast attack, which is good. You kind of need to balance your characters a little bit. Now, blast attack's not bad. Strike attack's a little bit weak, but it's alright. And he also has a special card, just because why not? Destroy enemy card on hits. Honestly, destroy card isn't super effective. It's pretty nice. You destroy one of your enemy cards. It's really good when your enemy draws a special green card or ultimate card, because if you have a chance to destroy that, you can really screw up the game. Alright. Got a gun, also decent damage, 20%. but not just him, also to your buddies. And then this is a nice little card. I like this green card. All these Vegetas have great green cards. Plus 20% damage inflicted. That's alright, but randomly destroy 2 enemy cards. If you, let's just say you have no Vanishing Rush and your characters still have substitution counts. You basically pop this card and destroy 2 of your enemy's cards, meaning they only have a 2-card combo, which almost anyone can survive. So you really improve your chance for survival with this one. Or you could just use it when your opponent activates ultimates, or before he activates ultimate. When he pops the main ability, you can activate this, and you have a really good chance of destroying your opponent's ultimate card, which could be a big hindrance. Now, abilities. Now, this Vegeta is an amazing support character, one of the best supports in the game, and the best Vegeta Family support character. So, his main ability, oh, I love it. So great for combos. You just get so much ki back. So what it does, you draw your special card and restore 50. So you get to use your, so in combo, you can just complete your combo and then pop this and have a whole entire special just to top that combo off. So it's a killer as well, just almost like that blue Vegeta Majin. Alright, and let's see here, what else does he do? Plus 30% damage inflicted by allies or your buddy for 30 timer counts. 30 timer counts isn't a whole lot, but that can be the end phase right there. And that's when you can just wipe your enemies. And that's for your whole entire team on top of all those buffs. So your team becomes a very powerful force. Not to mention, just on top of all that, shorten substitute count by 5, your allies. So you can just go into combos, not to mention you can pair that with your Vegeta green one, the Legend Limited one. Shorten substitute count by 5, and you could probably just get them out immediately. Next, decent boost to Vegeta and Future. Now, sadly, no God Key. It's not on God Key. You can run him, he's great, but sadly he just doesn't have that ability bonus. Which is probably a good thing because that'd be too much. This character to be Future, Vegeta Family, and God Key. Besides, though, the characters, God Key characters in the meta right now also have future tags, like Zamasu, Vegeta Blue, they're both future, and not to mention the same Vegeta that were on this team, the Legend Limited Green, is also future, so it worms out, basically. Alright, now his unique abilities are a lot of fun. Plus 20% damage inflicted by allies every time this character uses a strike or blast card. 20%. That means after 4 cards, that's 80% damage buff right there. 80%. So basically what you want to do is complete your combo, or at least have 1 card, swap your character, and then just continue your combo. Because at the end, when you swap character, he draws a new card, and also restores ki. 3 or fewer cards, that's pretty easy to accomplish. So what you want to do is finish your combo, switch characters. I'd probably do the Vegeta Green, because one, the substitution counts goes by very quickly. So then after that, you just activate this, and boom, there you go. You have all this ki back, on top of the ki that the other Vegeta restores, on top of that Vegeta's draw power as well. You could just decimate someone. And then if you didn't already, you could activate your Vegeta's main ability, the green Legend Limited Vegeta's ability, and then draw more cards and your ultimates. So you can have one massive combo and just decimate your opponents. So that wasn't enough. On top of all this, applies from battle starts, 50 timer counts, plus 50% damage inflicted. That's amazing. 50%. That's quite a bit. And minus 5 to art costs. That's pretty good on its own. Honestly, I'd take that. But when this fallen character is defeated, 35% damage inflicted by allies. That's pretty insane. 35% damage inflicted after all this damage buffs he's giving already. So once he dies, he just busts you. And he boosts your team so much. And not to mention, if you're running on Vegeta Family or Future, which is recommended, restores your health by 30%. 20%. And it's usually good to have him die in endgame. So basically, if your opponent's about to have another Rising Rush activated, you take away 3 Dragon Balls. So you could really mess up opponent's game with this guy. So yeah, that's my Vegeta family right there. It's a pretty good team. You can use this Trunks right here. He's not bad. Definitely has a lot of good abilities. My favorite ability of him is the shorten on substitution count by 10 when enemy activates Rising Rush. Now, you have to be careful with this, because if you already cover change, then you can't swap him out again. But that's just a really good bonus right there. And he has a massive tank, so not to mention his green card recovers health 15%, just like that of Vegeta. So he's really good at tanking. I recommend him to be a substitute if you don't have one of these three. This Vegeta, even though he's lost a minute, I still think he's an alright character, but I wouldn't recommend him. Now this Trunks, he's new, but he's nothing special. You could use him, but I really wouldn't recommend it. So, if we're going to and check the Vegeta family, let's just look at substitutes we have. Other characters that you could use, this purple Vegeta, even though he's really old, he's still decent, and you can use him on a team. But preferably, I'd use this Trunks. He has pretty good draw speed, and he has great damage. Now, you could use this Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. He has pretty high damage, not as many boosts to boost the team, but he does have some decent effects and restores ki when switching over. So you can have some good combos of it. For the most part, that's all the Vegeta characters. You could also run this guy if you don't have any other ones. He's alright. He's a fun character to use, but not to mention his transformation is really cool. And he's one of the few characters that transform from Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan Red. Let's see here, what is it? Hold? There we go. Not to mention really awesome art style. And so yeah, that's what I recommend for the Vegeta family.